Arabia before Islam. To know the conditions prevailing in Arabia before the advent of Islam, we can avail ourselves of the following sources. 1. The Old Testament, notwithstanding all the alterations that have been made in it. 2. Writings of the Greeks and the Romans during the Middle Ages. 3. Islamic history as recorded by Muslim scholars, and 4. Ancient relics, which have been obtained through excavations conducted by the Orientalists, which reveal facts to some extent. Notwithstanding the above-mentioned sources, numerous matters relating to the history of Arabia have not yet become fully clear and continue to remain an insoluble enigma. However, as the study of the conditions of Arabia before the advent of Islam constitutes a preamble to our discourse, but our real aim is the analysis of the life of the Holy Prophet of Islam, therefore we give below a condensed account of some particular and well-known aspects of the life of pre-Islamic Arabs. It is an admitted fact that since times immemorial the Arabian Peninsula has been inhabited by many tribes, some of which have become extinct in the course of time. However, in the history of this land, the following 3 tribes, which were later subdivided into different clans, have attained greater fame than others. 1. The Ba'ida. Ba'ida means extinct, and these people are so named, because, owing to their continuous disobedience, they were obliterated from the face of the earth, as a consequence of celestial and terrestrial calamities. Possibly these were the very tribes of Ad and Hamid which have been mentioned time and again in the Holy Quran. 2. The Ketanians. They are the descendants of Yarab bin Ketan. They inhabited Yemen and other parts of southern Arabia and are called the full-blooded Arabs. The Yemenites of today and the tribes of Aus and Hazraj, which constituted 2 big tribes of Medina in the early days of Islam, are of Ketanian descent. The Ketanians possessed many states. They made strenuous efforts for the development of Yemen and have left a number of civilizations as their memorial. Their inscriptions are being studied now. According to scientific methods, the Ketanian history has thus been revealed to some extent. Whatever is said about pre-Islamic culture and civilization of Arabia is totally related to this group of the Arabs and is confined to the region of Yemen. 3. The Adnanians. They are the descendants of Ismail, son of the Prophet Ibrahim. A detailed account of the genealogy of this tribe will be given at a later stage, but, briefly speaking, the position is this: Prophet Ibrahim was ordained by Allah to settle his son Ismail and his mother Hajar in the land of Mecca. He, therefore, moved them from Palestine to a deep valley, Mecca, which was absolutely barren. Almighty Allah was kind to them and favored them with the spring of Zamzam. Ismail married in a tribe named Jarham, who had pitched their tents at a place near Mecca. His offspring were numerous. One of them was Adnan, who was removed a few generations from Ismail. The descendants of Adnan were subdivided into many tribes. The tribe which acquired fame from amongst them was that of Quraysh, and Bani Hashim formed a part of it. Pre-Islamic Arabia 1 refers to the Arabian Peninsula prior to the rise of Islam in the 630s. Some of the settled communities developed into distinctive civilizations, and are limited to archaeological evidence, accounts written outside of Arabia and Arab oral traditions later recorded by Islamic scholars. Among the most prominent civilizations were the Thamid, which arose around 3000 BCE and lasted to about 300 CE, and Dilmun, which arose around the end of the 4th millennium and lasted to about 600 CE. Additionally, from the beginning of the 1st millennium BCE, southern Arabia was the home to a number of kingdoms such as the Sabaeans, and the coastal areas of eastern Arabia were controlled by the Iranian Parthians and Sassanians from 300 BCE. Pre-Islamic religion in Arabia consisted of indigenous polytheistic beliefs, ancient Arabian Christianity, Nestorian Christianity, Judaism, and Zoroastrianism. Christianity existed in Arabian Peninsula, which was established first by the early Arab traders who heard the Gospel from Peter the Apostle at Jerusalem, Acts 2:11, as well as those evangelized by Paul's ministry in Arabia, Galatians 1:17, and the evangelistic ministry of St. Thomas to the early Arabians.